What's good, YouTube? Today's video is going to be about something very interesting in e-commerce. The difference between high ticket and low ticket products in e-commerce. So this is something I have not seen a lot of people talk about. I've seen some people that, talk about doing high ticket items, selling high ticket. Most people do low ticket when it comes to drop shipping. Because that's obviously, the kind of standard thing, and especially when it comes to pricing, you want, especially beginners, right? And people automatically think, well, you want to sell something at the lowest price possible while making the highest amount of having the biggest profit margin. So that kind of lends itself to be more low ticket, people think, at those beginning stages. But I want to kind of make a contrary argument to why high ticket might possibly be better for you. So I want to start with low ticket products. So low ticket products are priced under $100. This is my definition, right? So for me, how I define it would be under $100, and usually probably $10 to $60, $70. Obviously, when we're talking about like drop shipping, it works really well with impulsive buys, lower ad barrier for low ticket items, easier scaling with ads because TikTok and Meta love impulse friendly products, and then low perceived risk for customers. That's one of the biggest pros for low ticket, is that there's less risk, returns and stuff. If you're selling something $10, $20, is a lower risk for customers. Some of the cons with low ticket products are thin margins. Definitely is a bigger one. When you're selling low ticket, you're gonna have to sell more, obviously bigger volume to make more money. You can sell a $20 product, drop ship $20 product, sell tens, maybe even hundreds depending on your situation, and it's not, your gross revenue and definitely gross profit is gonna be lower than somebody doing high ticket at that same volume, obviously, right? You need, so like I said, you need high volume to make good money. And then it's easier to copy. Most people are doing low ticket gadgets, trendy small products, etc., stuff like that. So you're gonna have more competition, and then higher churn rate. When you have a low ticket item, it's gonna be harder, at least than high ticket, to build trust and kind of have that returning customer rate. If it's like a kitchen jet gadget or something like that, generically speaking, somebody's not gonna you're not gonna build trust and have those repeat customers with something that's low ticket and cheaper, right? So then you have high ticket products. So high ticket products are on the higher end, so it really is, I would say, more than $200, but obviously there's no cap on what a high ticket product could be. It could be $500 to $50,000, $1 million. Obviously it goes on and on, but reasonably with drop shipping, hundreds to maybe thousands of dollars for a product. Pros are high profit per sale, obviously better margins, obviously also because your gross revenue is going to be so much bigger, obviously, than a low ticket item. It's more stable customers, obviously. Like when people are buying a higher ticket item, they're going to be more meticulous about buying it. So if when you have customers selling high ticket, it's going to be a stronger customer than with low ticket. And then scaling with fewer ads. So like an example, 5 sales a day at $1,000 each is $5,000 a day. so you can scale with doing less sales. You know, you sell an item, obviously $1,000, 10 of those sold in a month is obviously 10K grossed a month. So that's obviously, again, versus low ticket, those numbers are just more massive. Cons are higher added costs. Typically that is how high ticket goes. Longer sales cycles because customers need reassurance. So that is gonna help to have, like, you know, maybe Luke's reviews on Shopify, really get those trust. Trust is gonna be obviously a bigger hurdle with high ticket than low ticket. Greater customer support needs for sure, because, you know, obviously people spending hundreds or thousands of dollars on a product are going to expect bigger customer service and are going to actually need it most of the time. So it's going to be a more complex or bigger product. And then the supplier fulfillment risk. So returns and refunds on a 2K sofa are going to hurt way more than a $20 gadget, obviously, right? Because, you know, again, those numbers are more massive and it helps when it's good, but it's going to hurt more when it's bad. So in conclusion, man, I think if you're good at branding, positioning, long-term nurturing, you know how to build brands and all that, definitely with people I see who are like better at drop shipping and more established in e-commerce, high ticket is gonna be better. You know, it doesn't mean you have to sell something that's thousands of dollars, but just as a rule of thumb, if you're better, you can, and more experienced, you can sell something at a higher price point because you know how to market it and you know how to increase trust. So obviously that would lend itself easier to somebody more experienced to do high ticket, and obviously, again, gross more, profit more. But I would say if you're newer at e-commerce, obviously low ticket is probably going to be better. But I think the caveat is, if you're newer at e-commerce but you do have a lot of experience with, you know, TikTok, and, you know, you can even, you know, scaling organically, TikTok, social media and stuff like that, you could be able to do high ticket and be successful at it early on. So I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people don't really think about high ticket as much when they're just starting out. Obviously, it's kind of the inverse when people see somebody that's doing high ticket and they're like, oh, high ticket is better, you know, is the best way of drop shipping. And then obviously, like, you know, your profit margins are bigger and it's like, oh, I gross this much a month. So people are going to think, oh, like, it's just easier. But obviously there's differences, like with anything else. There's nuance and there's differences between the two. But I wanted to really expose both sides of the equation, high ticket and low ticket, so you can decide which one is better and which one you should go with. So if you enjoyed this video, found it informative, I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.